All right, guys, so we're getting ready to make this beautiful tam. It's quick and it's easy to make. And yeah, so I'm going to be using the Dollar Tree. You can use whatever 4-ply yarn that you have, but I'm using the Premier Just 1-pound yarn, which is a medium 4-weight yarn. And I'm going to be using a letter L or the number 8mm hook. So if you got an L, or that's not going to show up good, number 8, or you could use a 9, and a 5.0 or the letter. So we're going to do an 8 and a 5. Both hooks, we're going to start off with the larger hook, and this is just for the closing. All right, you guys, so if you have all your supplies, let's get started with this quick and easy tutorial. All right, you all, so let's get started. We're gonna get started by making a slip knot. You're gonna wrap the yarn around 2 fingers, go between your 2 fingers, grab the yarn, hold the 2 ends and pull. Insert your hook, and we're gonna get started with chaining up 6. So chain 6, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Once you have your 6th chain, go to your 1st chain, and we're going to do a slip stitch to join so that we can make a ring. So go ahead, do a slip stitch to join. And now we have a ring. Let's go ahead and chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And inside the ring, we're going to do 11 double crochets. We're going to wrap the yarn around our hook, go into the ring, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's our first double crochet, and you're going to try to crochet over your strand. It just makes it easier at the end. So let's go ahead and put a total of 11 double crochets in here, and at the end we should have 12 double crochets. So go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. The first chain 3 is counted as our first double crochets, so we should have a total of 12 double crochets. Once you get back to your chain 3 space, go directly on top of that chain 3, and we're going to do a slip stitch to join. All right, we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to go right back into that same space we put the chain 3 in, and we're going to put another double crochet inside there. Same space. So what we're going to do on this round, we're just going to put 2 double crochets into each stitch around, and we should have a total of 24 double crochets once we are completed. So go ahead and put 2 double crochets into each stitch around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. All right, you guys, so I made it all the way around, so I should have a total of 24 double crochet. I'm going to go on top of the chain 3, and I'm going to do a slip stitch to join. All right, so go ahead and chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then into your next stitch, you're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So that's 1 double crochet, and then we'll go right back into that same space and do another double crochets. So we're going to alternate this all the way around. The next stitch is just 1 double crochet, and then the next stitch you're going to put 2 double crochets. This is our increase row. So repeat that process all the way around. 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 2 double crochets in the next, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so I have made it back. You should end with 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Go ahead on top of the chain 3, and let's do our slip stitch to join. Let's chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the next stitch right next to it on top of the double crochet, let's go ahead and put 1 double crochet in there. And then into the 3rd stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets. We are still in our increase rows. Okay, so we're going to repeat that all the way around. We're going to put 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So that's 1 double crochet there. Go into the next stitch and do 1 double crochet. And then into the third stitch, you're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Repeat that all the way around, just like you see I have here, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. All right, you guys, so I made it back around and I ended with my 2 double crochets, and I'm going to slip stitch to join on top of the chain 3. Okay, and now I'm going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then into the next 2 stitches, I'm going to put 1 double crochet. So that's 1 double crochet into that stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the third stitch. And then in the fourth stitch, that's 1 stitch, 2, 3, and then in the fourth stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. The next 3 stitches are just 1 double crochet. So that's 1, go into the next one, that's 2, go into the next one, that's 3, go into the fourth one, and I'm going to put 2 inside the same stitch. Repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so I am back, so we're going to go on top of the chain 3 space and do a slip stitch to join. And this is going to be our last row of increase. So go ahead and chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And into the next 3 stitches, we're going to put 1 double crochet into that space. So we're going to go 1 double crochet, go into the next stitch and put a double crochet, and then go into the fourth stitch and put a double crochet. And then in the 5th stitch, let's grab some more yarn. In the 5th stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch, 1 and 2. So the next 4 stitches is just 1 double crochet. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 4 double crochet, and into the 5th stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So I want you to repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. All right, you guys, so I made it back to the beginning, and I'm just going to slip stitch to join on the top of the chain 3 space, just like you see I'm doing here. So our increase is now completed. All right, so now we're just going to do chain up 3, and now we're just going to do 1 double crochet into each stitch around. No more increases, just putting 1 double crochet into every stitch around, and I'll meet you back once I get back to my chain 3 space. All right, you guys, so I made it back just doing 1 double crochet into each stitch around. I'm just going to go on top of the chain 3 space and do my slip stitch to join. Now we want to repeat this 5 more times. So that was the first row that we went all the way around doing 1 double crochet in each stitch. We want a total of 6 rows of just 1 double crochet into each stitch. So we did the 1 together, and let's go ahead and do 5 more rows, and I will meet you back at the beginning. When you can put a stitch marker here if you need to count your rows. This is row 1, this is row 2, and all the way till you get to 6 rows. I don't need the stitch marker, but if you do, please make sure you put your stitch marker so you can know you can count your rows. So go ahead and complete 6 rows of just 1 double crochets in each stitch, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Okay guys, so once you have completed your 6 rows of just 1 double crochet into each stitch around, let's go ahead and put a slip stitch to join. And we're gonna do that. Now we're just gonna start on our front post, back post stitches. So we're gonna chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And to the next stitch, we're gonna do a front post. So a front post brings the stitch out, a back post brings it in. Wrap the yarn around your hook, right where you see my finger is. I'm gonna go in here, pull my yarn I'm going through it just like this to bring it out. And we're just going to pull it through and do our double crochet. And then into the next stitch, we're going to do a back post where we wrap the yarn, turn our yarn, hook like this, and go backwards. If you need a slower version of front post and back post, I do have a tutorial how to do front post, back post. Wrap the yarn around your hook. Now we're going to bring the hook this way, and we're going to do our double crochet. And then we're going to go to the next stitch, wrap the yarn around, twist our hook, and go in through the back way. And then we're going to complete our double crochet. So we're going to go around the entire hat doing front post. And you see how that post, that stitch is out and that one is in, this one is out. We're going to repeat that all the way around until we come back to our chain 3 space. So go ahead and do front post, back post, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. All right, guys, I made it back to the beginning. So I need to do my last front post. All right, just like you see me doing here. Okay. And now I'm back at the chain 3 space, and I'm going to do a slip stitch to join. Now you can put a stitch marker here if you need to let you know this was the first row that you did the front post and back post. If not, go ahead and chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And what we're going to do is wherever we have a front post, we're going to do the front post. Wherever we have a back, we're going to do that. So I have a front post. I know it's a front post because it sticks out and the back post kind of goes in. So I'm going to go ahead and do my front post. And then I'm going to do my back post where I wrap the yarn, twist it a little bit, go in the back to do my double crochet. So I'm going to repeat that all the way around, and you want a total of 4 rows of front post, back post. This was row 1. We are now on row 2. Do a total of 4 rows, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Front post, back post. Okay, so if you have your 4 rows, let's go ahead and go into our chain 3 and do a slip stitch to join. All right, so if you have your 4 rows of front post and back post, we're now getting ready to we're getting ready to switch hooks. We're gonna put the larger hook to the side and grab our number 5 or our letter H crochet hook. You're going to chain 1. And again, if you need to put a stitch marker there, go ahead and put a stitch marker here, because now we're just going to close this head up. We're going to close it up by doing a single crochet. We're just going to go into the next stitch and we're just going to do a single crochet. So we're going to do a single crochet all around until we get back into the chain 1 space. So go ahead again to do a single crochet. If you're new to that, you insert your hook, grab some yarn. You have 2 hoops on your hook, pull through both, and that is your single crochet. Go ahead and repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Okay, I've made it back to the beginning, so we're going to chain 1 again, and we're going to repeat the same step. Go 1 more time, single crochet into every stitch around. So we did a total of 2 rows of just single crochets. Go ahead and do 1 more row of the single crochet, and I'll meet you back at our chain 1 space. Either put a stitch marker there, or if you can see the stitch, go ahead. I'll meet you back. All right, you guys, so I made it back to my chain 1 space, and I'm just going to do a slip stitch to join. Okay. And now I'm just going to fasten off by just taking the yarn, pull through, and close it off to make it tight. So that is what close up. You may have to go 1 round, you may only have to go 2 rounds, but try it on to see how many times you need to do a single crochet to close up your brown. All right, so that will conclude the video. I'm getting ready to share with you guys how this hat looks on me. Hold on 1 second. All right, you guys, so that will conclude the video. And this is how the hat actually looks upon me. I forgot to mention, please make sure that you have a tapestry needle and sew in your loose strands. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the tutorial. What I like about it, you can have it on this side, or you can just shift it over to whatever favorite side that you have it. So this is how it looks on this side. And this tam or beret, whichever one you call it, is so versatile. So if I wanted to wear it on either side, or I can just bring it to the back as well to give that type of look. I can bring it to the front to give that type of, I forgot what you call it, but yeah. So it's very versatile in how you wear it, but I really, really like wearing it to the side like this. But anyway, guys, that will conclude the video. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. And if you would like to share your pictures when you get through making yours, please, you can share it on any of my social media, or you can email me your pictures. And I would love to do a slideshow just to see what colors you guys did, chosen, and all of the things, okay? This hat is a one size fits most. You will have to make the adjustments as needed. Some people don't need to do 6 rows increase. You may have to do less. You may want to do more. You have to tweak these patterns, okay? So it's one size only fits most. But anyway, I love how it turned out. I hope you guys did too. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure your bell setting is set to all so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. But until next video, let's continue in love, continue in prayer, and continue seeking after the Most High. Oh, I love this, guys. Yes. All right. See you later. Bye.